Perfect. Hi, I'm Lunar Harpy, but today I am playing Viv. I am a hound character, and I am accompanied by my bestest pal in the entire universe, Nancy the Rat. Everyone say hi to Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
It's like watching Dora the Explorer. You know, if you don't respond to what's on TV, there's just an awkward silence in between. It's like
that's perfect.
Yeah, feel free to tell us about as much or as little about your character as you like, depending on how mysterious you want to be.
I think we'll soon discover that Viv is a little bit unhinged in a few aspects.
I mean, her best friend is a rat. You already got us there.
Right. She has a history with ghost hunting, and it kind of impacted her psyche a little bit to see so many interesting shenanigans involving ghosts. And now she kind of just happens to think that everything is the fault of ghosts.
Okay,
everything is haunted. Everything is anything
just a
that
heads
goes
up
wrong
to everyone watching as well. This city is very haunted. There will be many ghost shenanigans. If ghosts are something that scares you, then I guess tough shit. Deal with it.
Trigger warning: ghosts.
Yeah, trigger warning for ghosts and also rats.
Ghosts and rats, and actually maybe a ghostly rat. I don't know.
Yeah, do you know what? Maybe.
We'll find out, but yeah.
James, would you like to go next?
I mean, there's not much other choice, really, is there? Yeah, I am playing as Gilroy Conroy. He is he's a cheeky little chappy. He was orphaned, he claims, at the age of 14. And
Wait, how old is he now?
Moved out to the city. That's a very good question. He's anywhere between 21 and 78. You know, one of those, you know, elusive sort of man. He is a purveyor of trickery and cunning, and just generally being a bit of a dickhead. He makes his money through like fortune tellings, with tarot readings, you know, stuff with bones. And though obviously everyone knows ghosts are real, the spirits are real, he has no actual real connection with it. It's all just hot air that he's bullshitting absolutely everyone. But he makes a good bit of money off it. He is a big fan of the Chastity's Relief brothel, though he is currently barred there as he has run up a particularly
for reference, that's going to be
large
based
tab.
over in Silk Shore, which is all the way to the west.
Yeah. He's currently not allowed in there due to his large tab that he has built up and this enemy that he has formed with his arch rival, Nyrix, who is one of the prostitutes of that establishment.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, he's a very nice man.
I can tell.
Sure.
All right, so allow me to set the scene for you guys. So this story takes place in a city called Doskvol. It's not had the best of time. This world has had a cataclysm where the sun has been shattered, and it's basically nighttime all the time. During the cataclysm, people who die become ghosts and become vengeful spirits that end up either possessing or killing, or both, random people. So the city of Doskvol has built a barrier of lightning around the city to keep all the ghosts out, because everyone knows ghosts hate electricity. Now, the power the electric wall, they need to go out on giant whaling ships to hunt for leviathans, because demon blood is the only thing that, obviously natural, you all know this, powers electrical equipment. You guys live in Doskvol. You all have your own personal lives, separate lives. You might have families, you might have nothing, who knows? I don't know what your personal lives are at the minute. You've made those up on your own. But every so often, you guys happen to go to the district of Char Hollow, and you would go and visit this nice little cafe here called the Cat's Whiskers Cafe. Are you able to click on that dagger and go to
Maybe.
Yeah, let's find out.
Is it a cat? Is it a cat cafe?
It's called the Cat's Whiskers, and it is a cafe.
Perfect.
I forgot I have to move around and do stuff.
As you enter the cafe, the owner of the cafe, Clyra, who some of you may know, will tell you that your usual spot by the fireplace has been reserved for you. If you want to go there, or you can just chat to anyone you're like annoying today.
Perfect. What a lovely. It's so nice in here, by the way.
I walk in and immediately take my shoes off and leave them by the front door.
Everyone else who's currently wearing the shoes watches you do this, but doesn't really question it.
And I go walk behind the bar and just go stand next to Clyra.
Yeah, she is very annoyed at you being there.
Just start grabbing a drink down from the shelf.
She tells you it's going on your tab.
Oh, that's fine. It's just add it all on there. And I just like pop the top off of my thumb and just start drinking from the bottle.
Then I'll let you decide what voice she has.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you can do the voice.
Now, does he have a? Can I smell anything from his feet without?
I hope you're going to pay for that.
Well, yes, it's on the tab. We'll get there eventually. I just after this next, you know.
I don't remember agreeing to giving you a tab.
We've got a tab. It's on there. If you wrote it down. Remember, we talked about this the other day. You said you were going to start keeping track of everything that I drank and went through, so that you could eventually get back in touch and just sort of tally it all up. Take another swig with confidence. Well, yes, feel free to double check. I mean, it's a memory, not a note that you wrote down. But if you want to double check the synapses in your brain, that'll work perfectly.
Viv, you can smell like a freshly cooked food being prepared.
Ooh.
From my feet?
No, just like she asked earlier if you can smell anything from that area. Could be your feet, though. Okay. You did remove your shoes.
Yep.
No overwhelming foot scent. Got it.
No, he keeps his feet clean. They're the money makers.
I'm gonna go hang out by the fireplace. Is there a little kitty over here?
There is. There are cats within this cafe called the Cat Whisker.
It all makes sense.
I'm gonna
because
carry
the
my drink
patrons
back
here
with me.
they love giving the stray cats leftover foods here and there, and the cats just don't want to leave now.
Oh, I can't. I'm gonna lie across this sofa with like my legs kicked up.
Now, while most people would think you guys are regular patrons, the real reason for your visit is to access the secret door behind the fireplace. To enter your hideout, because you guys are here for nefarious reasons.
It's nefarious? Us?
Yeah. If you click on the fireplace, it should allow you to enter.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I'm gonna go get my shoes.
You would need your shoes, yes.
Pick them up with me. I don't put them back on.
Ooh.
This is your secret hideout because you guys are actually members of a group that's been recruited by this lovely lady here named Adelaide Frey, who has been gathering people with certain talents to go out and do some very nefarious things that she herself cannot get her hands dirty with, being a member of high society. However, she can provide you with information in regards to that.
Good evening, Adelaide. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Oh, may I add that you're looking particularly radiant this morning.
Oh, stop it, you.
I'll stop when it stops working. And I give her a wink and walk off.
Wait, what time of day is it?
It is currently the hour of Ash, which is, in our term, would be 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no sun.
I said
here.
both. I said both evening and morning. I was just
To be fair, there's no sun, so I don't get it's a concept of evening or morning here.
Yeah, it's just a greeting then, isn't it? At that point,
it is. Yeah. You're from the Dagger Isle. She thinks it's probably a funny thing you guys say over there.
Good evening, Adelaide.
Good evening.
Okay, so you guys are actually a group called the Fractured Dawn, which you named yourself in reference to the cataclysm that this world endured 1,000 years ago. And you're here at the whims of Adelaide because she has some information that you guys might find interesting, in the sense that she has a contract from one of her noble friends in order to do some dirty work that would most likely be of advantage to her. She reaches below the counter and she puts on the table in front of you, the counter. She puts down a book.
Ooh, okay.
And she tells you that she wants you to enter the home of a noble named Errol Muskrat, who is, well, most of the nobles here own whaling ships to go out and hunt the Leviathans, but he, on the other hand, made his fortune through blackmail and being a moneylender, a loan shark. And he keeps all of his names in his ledger, which he has hidden somewhere in his mansion. And she wants you to replace it with this forged one with fudged numbers.
So this man made money through completely dishonest means, through theft and blackmail, and you want us to steal said money from him through theft and potentially blackmail.
Well, you're being paid
Precisely.
by someone who wants his numbers to be slightly different.
Yeah, we're just replacing the book, correct? The ledger.
And obviously, if there's anything just lying around, that's...
Just the ledger. You only need to replace the ledger.
But we can, if there's anything else, just lying around.
He stresses that you need to make sure he does not know anything in his home has been tampered with.
Ah.
Yes, but please do not leave any impressions.
Okay, I'm 100% with you on this. I put my shoes on the counter, turn them over, and start scrubbing them.
He's not confident in your discretion.
I'll keep
Well,
my
the
eyes on him, Adelaide.
Last thing you want to do is trail dog shit into someone's house. That's a clear indication, if anything.
You mean like this one?
I took my shoes off. This is why you take your shoes off when you come in, so you don't trail
They are
in
now on
off
my
the
desk.
ground. Well, yes, but I'm making sure that obviously that there is no dog shit, because I'm not taking my shoes off when I go into this man's house. That would be a complete
stepping
giveaway.
in
What if I
dog
forgot to
shit?
give them? I mean, I tread in a lot of things. It's just there's a lot on the road. It can be horse, it can be cow, it can be dog. It's all shit at the end of the day, and it sticks to the bottom of your shoe unless you thoroughly scrub at it. And obviously these shoes have indents at the bottom. You can see there's got little grooves. That's where the shit really gets embedded. So you got to get the end of. He grabs a nearby knife and just stuff. Got to really just get the edges into there and just.
Can you take your shoes off of my desk before you do that?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. So you see, and he hovers it just in front of him, and he starts scraping dog shit onto the floor. I'll scoop that up later. I think it's just something that you should think about before you go into someone else's house.
He refills a drink and sighs at you.
I noticed that when we came in, there wasn't a dog shit scraper. You can actually get those on the side of the walls, which are really good for just getting the edge. People out in the country use them quite often. They're very, very useful.
You mean a paint scraper?
No. They're dog shit scrapers, I believe. Specifically for the act of getting dog shit off the bottom of shoes.
He stares at you just blankly.
You're a strange little man.
I'm going to stare as well.
I don't think my size has anything to do with this.
She then tells you the rest about the information she's acquired about Muskrat's manor.
Yes, tell us
So
about.
his home is very heavily guarded, to the point
His home
where
is
there
very
is
heavily
no.
guarded.
It's very difficult to enter from any side, but he is a known social parasite who loves to go to social events and very famously leaves his front door unlocked.
Man after my own heart.
Really?
Because he's
we
so
won't need
confident
to-
in not being robbed.
So we don't even need to pick the
fool.
lock or anything. We can just walk
No, you can
straight
just
in.
walk right in.
I feel
So
like
what-
that. I feel like that's too easy.
Oh,
Already-
don't get me wrong. It is a terrible oversight on his part.
Well, I understand that, but what if it's some form of trap? What if he has a really large dog or something that might be?
Yeah, that shit's
I
everywhere.
believe I'll be paying you enough for that to be your problem and not mine.
No, certainly
the
that is
pay?
what we.
By the way.
His name is Errol Muskrat.
Hmm.
What is the pay though?
What's the reward here?
The pay will be dependent on your discretion.
Ooh, okay.
So if we're completely discreet, we get in and out, No problems whatsoever. Everything's fine. What sort of figure are we looking at here?
Around about 4 coin.
4 coin. Okay.
1 coin is 1 week's worth of wages.
Now, is that? I was going to say, is that a lot of money?
That's an entire month's pay.
Hey.
Okay, that sounds. And is that each or between us?
Potentially between you.
Potentially between us.
That's split. Okay.
Why do you say potentially?
Provided
You're
you
implying
both
that
make
one
it
of us
back.
might not come back. Ah, okay. Well, as long as we're transparent on these things.
It's sounding a little more dangerous if potentially someone may not return.
I just want to assure you I am not going to double cross and kill you. I'm hoping that you'll offer me the same courtesy.
Yeah, I think I can.
It reminds you that the real danger would be, if the blue coats found someone trespassing, they'd shoot you on sight.
No, I've dealt with the blue coats before. They're pussycats, really. You've just got to know how to talk to them. As long as you've got a reasonable excuse, they'll usually let you off with a minor beating. Sometimes a major beating. I think I got a fractured rib last time, but other than that, it's perfectly reasonable, young man.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the ledger.
Good, one of you should hold on to that. And we're going to switch from free play to score, which is a different one. So, what's your approach going to be? Are you going to assault? Is it deception, stealth, occult, social,
so
or
this
transport?
guy, so just so I'm certain on, so the guy leaves his door open, and we just need to walk into his house and steal this ledger, and replace this ledger without him spotting us, or anyone in the property spotting us.
Correct.
During the night, it's dark, obviously.
Well, I say spotting. Do you know what? I'm going to be a bit nicer than that. It doesn't have to be anyone spotting you. It has to be as long as he doesn't know you did it. Or anyone did it. So if someone spots you, you can convince them not to tell him. That also counts.
So do we know, first of all, that this man is living at this property? Like, if the man living at this property, is he alone? Is he a bachelor?
He's a bachelor, yes.
So he's a bachelor. That means he's probably got. Does he have servants, like a cleaning lady, a nanny,
he has many
concubine of some
housekeepers,
sort?
yes.
Okay, several housekeepers and good relations with them, I imagine.
Well off, so.
Well, that's what I'd imagine. Yeah, so there'd be our house servants there. And is he the sort of man that would know all of them, perhaps by a first name basis or on a?
That information is unavailable.
Okay. Interesting. So, I mean, depending on how big this place is and how many servants he has, we could easily blend into the serving staff if it comes to that. However, the serving staff probably know who they are among their staff members, so...
That's true.
So that would be either a social approach or a stealth approach. Or deception approach, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm skillful in 2 out of the 3.
Stealthy.
Or if you're really confident, just an approach.
Just direct, right through the
I
front
mean,
door.
I am rather, I think I'm rather persuasive, and in the right circumstances, deceptive. Though I imagine this situation would probably be much more deceptive than persuasive. So we could possibly approach in a sort of 2-pronged formation if I were to go through as maybe a distraction, and to keep them occupied, the staff members occupied. Perhaps if, and then if you were to use that opportunity to sneak into said building and perhaps exchange this without any eyes catching sight of you. Just a thought.
I am perfectly fine with that. I would rather take a stealthier approach personally myself. So if you think you could handle them...
I am not the best at subtlety. I don't know if that's an impression I give off, but it's not really my strong suit. However, I am very good at talking continuously until I eventually get what I want.
Oh, don't I know?
Does Adelaide happen to know where the ledger is? Does he have like
Nope,
a safe
it's hidden in his home somewhere. Nobody knows where it is.
So we're gonna have to find the correct space.
Yes.
If I were to hazard a guess, it would be in a desk. Maybe in a locked drawer.
I feel like this would be like his prized possession, I'm assuming, so it would probably be, the most secure room in the building.
Right. If he's a
One
loan
would
shark,
imagine.
this is his entire livelihood in a notebook, so it's gonna be pretty safeguarded, I would assume.
Now, he is a man of exquisite wealth, obviously, so that's a key thing we can get of that. Now, what is one job that every single nobleman would want to have? They'd want to make sure they've got a servant that can cover every form of treatment within the property, but what one singular job do you think is currently completely unoccupied because they probably haven't even thought of it?
I have no idea.
As he says that, he walks over to the entrance. Now, Adelaide, you're a woman of wealth, are you not?
That is none of your concern.
Well, I can tell just from your appearance and demeanor that you are clearly from a much more affluent background than my own. And yes,
That is correct.
at this front entrance, I see no shit scrapers.
Oh my god.
You're not being serious, are you?
I'm just saying, I don't believe that he would have his own shit scraper
Oh dear God,
already
we're all
working there.
doomed.
However, it would be completely believable that he would have, after walking down the street one day, trud in some of this aforementioned dog shit. And in doing so thought, oh no, my shoes are dirty, what can I do with this? What if only I had someone to scrape shit from my shoes? And thus, he went out, and he found himself his own personal shit scraper.
The way your
As he
brain
does
works
that.
worries me.
As he does that, he just like pats his hands off like, job well done.
Adelaide is
Like,
leaning towards
puts
siding
his hands
with
in his
Viv and her
pockets.
stealth plan, considering that is essentially
yeah.
what she asked for.
You go ahead and sell him the shit scraper, and I will go ahead and sneak
There
in
is
the
no sale
building.
necessary. That is just my cover.
Okay, are we going
They
with
will know.
stealth then?
So,
It's a
don't get me
double
wrong. So
stealth
you're saying that
deception.
you're saying that you yourself are a shit scraper?
I would be, my profession would be shit scraper, and I would go in with the
That
confidence.
makes a lot of sense.
I'd be telling the other employees, if they were to see me, that I have been hired as his personal shit scraper, and that I would need to go through all of his shoes to make sure they're all devoid of any shit on the bottom of them.
Are you going to call it shit the entire time? Are you going to use
Well, I mean,
Maybe a
there's
different
probably more.
descriptor?
I'm not from the sort of, you know, the more affluent background that Adelaide herself comes from. What sort of term would you use for a man who were to scrape the fecal matter of a another animal off the bottom of a shoe?
You know, I don't even know. I hadn't given any thought.
Well, exactly. and
It's not something that crosses my mind.
Perhaps shit scraper's a bit too colloquial. Maybe perhaps a sort of animal waste removal expert. You know, you got to put
Ooh.
expert in there. It sounds much more like a level of importance there. It's like I've trained for this for years,
I believe it.
and it sounds like you could, you know,
Steve.
branch to other things. You know, other forms of animal waste. Oh, yes, of course.
So stealth it is.
Okay, we are picking stealth. I'm gonna add in a hidden detail that you won't know about. So, okay. Now you have to choose your loadout. So if you go to your character sheets,
Uh-huh.
I believe it's on the second page. Or third page, sorry, inventory. You can either have light, normal, or heavy, depending on how many things you want to take with you. So you got 3, 5, and 6, and then you can add in from your load. You don't have to decide now, you can just choose your load and then decide the items as you go. Just make
Well,
up that
you
you
don't
had it
mind
all
calling it a
along.
load.
If you want to plan it in reverse like that, that's absolutely fine with me. But you also have the
Alright.
option of armor down below if you think you'll be taking any hits, which does affect your equip load.
Hmm.
So let me know when you've decided and tell me what equip load you guys are taking.
You're implying that we should be taking weapons to this.
I mean, if you,
Oh,
if you
most
think you might
definitely.
need weapons or maybe some tools, who knows?
All right, I am all prepared. I am gonna wear no armor. Take some guns with me. Take my burglary gear.
Okay.
Just in case we need to,
It's cool. You can change your mind as well, just as long as you're taking off what you use as you use it, and you don't exceed your load on the heist itself. So if you
when I
change
try
your
and
mind-
click it, I'm getting like a crossed out like hexagon.
Oh, you need to select a light, normal, or heavy at
the very top.
first.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, that'll be why.
And then you can adjust from there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, as long as you picked your load, that's fine. And then next, we need to do the engagement roll. So I'm gonna do a quick roll. Just roll a flat d6, and we'll see how you'll be starting off with. Okay. So because the area you'll be going to operate in is a heavily patrolled area by the Bluecoats, it's going to be a very desperate starting position. But what's your roll? Oh, started off with a 1. Fantastic.
Oh no. A natural 1. Right away.
I feel confident right now. I feel like things are going to go
Okay,
great.
do you know what? I know exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take you back to the world map and reveal where Muskrat's home is. So, take you.
Wait
all
a
back.
minute. Errol Muskrat. I'm just realizing.
Realizing what?
The real world implications.
The real world what?
Nothing. Oh my god, I have a dog on my face. That's my hunting pet symbol. Look at my
dear.
load.
I love how you've got it equipped as a weapon. You are going to beat them with this dog.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be
Very
Nancy the
efficient.
rat. It's fine. My arms are heavy. My knees are weak.
Your
This is
palms
fine.
sweaty.
They're spaghetti.
Continuously.
That's it.
I didn't have a dog shit scraper in my inventory. So
You're
So that's an
surprised?
item you just completely invented and on the spot, and now
So-
I have to add into the game.
I've got some tinkering tools currently. To
Well,
make
I
up
think
for that.
dog shit scraping is a form of tinkering.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, really, I feel like professionally he'd refer to himself as a cobbler.
Yeah,
Sort of,
okay. So if
probably,
you
know,
look
but-
over to Bright Crown District, you'll see now there's a dagger in the neighborhood of Goodcrest. That'll take you to Muskrat's Manor. Or at least
Ooh,
the
okay.
outside of it. So,
Oh,
over
that's
here,
very alliterative.
Ooh.
Go to.
if you make your way over there and go through that little waypoint there, that'll take you straight to his home.
I'm walking there with confidence.
I feel so silly with my arms full of the documents, my gun, and my dog. This is hilarious.
I stealth mission and you brought a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
The loudest possible
It's-
weapon.
No one's going to see it because they won't see me. That's the plan.
Now that'll work.
I've got
Okay,
my
before,
rifle, my
before
pistol.
anything, before you guys do anything, a certain something is going to happen. We go to the front of Muskrat's home. There are 2 Bluecoats officers
Ah, shit.
Aw.
lamenting about how they were having. Well, they have some questions for him, but they just missed him. We got Vestine and Scannon Lomond, who are very upset about how every single time they seem to show up here, Muskrat happens to be out
Why does only one of them have a surname?
because he's in charge.
Okay.
That's how you know.
That's
He
all right,
introduces
okay.
himself with his full name every time, while the other one just gives
Yeah,
their first name. How you know he
Oh,
thinks
well.
he's important. Yeah, as they are leaving,
Oh.
I'm gonna be stood right there.
they see a very heavily armed young lady,
Huh.
and might want to ask you about that.
Excuse me, sir. Would you care for me to check the bottom of your shoes for you?
What
There's
are you
been
doing
quite a
here?
lot. Oh, I'm the Lord's personal animal waste removal expert.
I wasn't told of such a thing.
Oh no, it's a perfectly legitimate job. You see, the streets currently are absolutely, and I don't use this term lightly, caked in animal feces. We're talking from various different, some beast of burden, some pets. It's really a big issue. I would like to talk to the council on it personally, but these shoes it gets embedded in the bottom of your shoes, you know, where it's all the indents are, and then when you walk into a fine establishment like this one, from that you track it in. It
The
gets
second
caught up in all
officer
the
up
carpet
here is,
fibers.
and Ask us
Scanlan,
they
what's
should,
going on down here? Oh, I don't understand it. What are you guys doing here? And why is she carrying a rifle?
I can't account for the rifle. I mean, we do have private security on the property. Obviously, you yourselves work very hard to keep this area safe, but you get a lot of miscreants around here, so we have to ensure that those sorts of people are kept out of this property.
Now, just for a bit of
by all
context, the
means.
blue coats are essentially like the police here, but it's commonly
Yeah, that's what
known
it
that
seems.
the only difference between the blue coats and any other gang in the city of Doskvol is the fact that they wear a badge. They are not afraid to engage in brutality or just outright murder people on the street if they feel like it, really.
I'm very aware.
Thankfully, this is only in fiction and will not happen in a real life situation. Okay, this is just escapism.
No, of course. I've probably had several beatings myself as associated, so I feel like I'd be very familiar with that.
Vestine looks like you as if she recognizes you.
Who is she recognizing?
Have I seen you somewhere?
Well, I'm often out and about. I don't work directly for his lord. I work in various areas. You see, obviously, with the amount of animal feces that is out and about at the moment, we have to ensure that people like myself are kept in work. A lot of it involves, scraping the remnants from the bottom of the shoes to keep them pristine and clean before entering a fine establishment like this one. I get a lot of work. I get around a lot, so you probably see me out and about.
Okay, what are you going to do to try? What are you rolling with to try and convince them of this? You've got consort or sway. I'll let you decide which one you think you're using.
I mean,
I'd like to assist. I'd like to back him up and
you can do that.
Explain a little bit as well that
trying to
I am
sway.
also here because Lord Muskrat was looking to hire additional security. So I'm going to basically say I'm here for a job. And I'm going to attempt to assist.
We don't want to see it as nepotism,
you're
but
both
obviously if you know
pretending to be
someone-
looking for work.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not well, no. I'd like to. I'm telling them that I already work here.
You work here, and I'm here to apply for the security job that happened.
I'm giving her the opportunity to obviously put in her application.
Okay, so
obviously,
we
don't like to call it nepotism,
I'll let you decide
but
which stat you think you want to roll for that one.
I'm definitely trying to. I feel like it's more. Is it sway?
Yeah,
is
I
that
think
the
sway.
One that's? Is
Okay,
sway
so
like
you've done an assist.
lying?
Do you also want to take a devil's bargain with that?
What does that mean?
That means you get an
remind
extra
us
D6
that.
to your roll, but something bad will happen afterwards.
No.
Probably
You'll
a wise
definitely step in
choice.
dog shit later. If you
Yeah,
do
and then I'll have to like show everyone my abilities of scraping dog shit. No, can't put my words into action. No, I'm just gonna go with regular. I've got 2 things in sway, so that's decent, right?
Yeah, you already have 2. The way it works is for every point in the stat you have, you get an extra D6 to your roll, and you basically take the highest number. So at the minute you have 3 D6, and you'll take whatever is the highest.
I'll go for a roll then.
Pretty
Alright, go
good.
for
Fingers
it. Click that
crossed.
button when you're ready.
Am I being assisted as well?
You
I'm
are.
assisting. I'm the blue.
How
the
does
blue
that
person.
work?
You
It's
get
just
the
gonna
extra
add-
D6
Oh, I just
from
get an extra
but
die.
Viv
Okay,
gets
cool,
stressed
that's-
out from helping you.
I'm lying to help you. Ooh.
Oh,
I
success!
got a
You've managed to
success.
convince them. You rolled a 6.
Yes, it was perfectly reasonable.
I thought I'd seen you somewhere.
Well, yes, and obviously, if any of you do ever have any unclean shoes that you need scraping, I'm your man.
It's a
But
it's
not
a
today,
strange
sorry.
sort of profession you got yourself.
Well, it's a supply and demand. Obviously, people tread in a lot of muck. It's not necessarily always animal feces. I mean, certain areas. I mean, it's sometimes. Well, it's best not to go into it. But
Yeah, let's not.
But obviously, if you're going into a nice place, you want to make sure your shoes are clean and not have to take
Vestine
them
asks
on.
you for your name.
Asking me.
Yes.
Oh, my name's Leonardo.
Okay, you have to roll for that if you're lying to them. No, I'm kidding. You can get away with
Telling you
that.
my
Okay.
real name.
I'm kidding. You can get away with that, but you have to be consistent. If you screw it up whenever you meet them again, I am going to take note of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Write that down.
As am I.
Anyway, Vestine, let's be off. He's obviously not here. We can come
Yeah.
back another day.
Okay. And
Also,
on that,
you be careful with that rifle.
Of course, I always am.
Well,
I'm
she's
a
true
professional.
Right.
That's
Anyway,
one after all.
off we go.
Enjoy the rest of your day, officers.
Phew.
Yeah.
And with that, yeah, both officers have left.
Fucking easy.
I almost shit myself, but we're good. You're about to have to use your
There
scraper.
you go. That
on
was
my
the
pants.
engagement
I
roll,
was-
and that's how you engaged with her.
Ooh.
All right, now
Oh my god.
But as
Get
you said,
in- get
you've just
into
got
the
to know how to
building.
talk to them.
there are. I'm gonna give you this. There's two house keepers outside doing some gardening. Why are they gardening at night? It's always night. There's no other time to do gardening.
Oh, that's true.
fair
There's no
point.
sun.
I imagine they do it in a sort of shift work, through.
Yeah, so there's two of them
Cycling
pretending.
through.
They're not really paying attention. You have the chance to just sneak past them if you want, or you can try and convince them to ignore you, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to walk over confidently, while I imagine Viv is going to be, like, a bit more sneaky. So
One thing you
I'll
can
be-
do is you can do a group roll in which, like, instead of rolling individually, you both roll together, and if one of you passes, you both basically pass.
Oh.
But the person with the
okay.
higher one gets stressed for every person who misses.
Oh.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't wanna- I don't mind. Like, if I get caught, I think I could talk my way out of it. Saying that with far too much confidence. But
Okay, and on that note, go ahead, go and try and enter this home.
I'm just going to walk ahead.
All right, I'm walking forward, keeping my eyes peeled, trying to keep my rifle down and not pointing dead at the servants.
Okay. Just as Adelaide had told you, the door is completely unlocked. You can enter.
I walk in
Like-
confidently. I like,
Yeah.
as though I'm meant to be there, just like, open the door.
You're not sure if the housekeepers noticed you or not, but if they did, it looks like they didn't care.
Walks
As
in.
you enter, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to start
no.
a clock. You've got a window of opportunity to find
Oh shit.
this ledger.
What?
As
how
you
much
enter,
time?
before you move, you can actually hear distant footsteps as there are people moving around in the building. So you are
How big
aware
is
that you
this
are not
rifle?
alone in here.
I am going to immediately walk in and go behind the counter and pour myself a drink.
Okay.
As you do that,
I-
time passes.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm going to pretend to be sitting here taking a drink as well. I would like to take a moment and use Nancy's ability.
Oh, what are you gonna have
She
Nancy
is-
do?
So she is she has the ghost hunter ability. So essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whisper to Nancy with our little mind link. And I'm gonna say, okay, go on then. And she will go ghost form. And I'm gonna send her up. We can telepathically speak, and I'm gonna have her skedaddle around and try to find an office type room. And she is now a ghostly rat.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, spooky.
That does work. Okay, Nancy's gonna have a bit of an explore.
And I can essentially just speak with her mentally, so
Yeah.
she can relay it back. Where are you going, Nancy?
Do you speak rat? Is that?
She actually speaks English, so it
Oh.
works out.
That's fortunate.
Okay, there is indeed a study type room at the very back of the mansion,
Ooh. Okay. Perfect.
which Nancy relays to you, and it's full of many
Hmm.
books.
Okay, I'm going to quietly relay this information to my bartender friend here.
It's just I'm just drinking. I'm drinking bottom shelf stuff. The stuff you won't miss. Just-
Nancy has located the office.
Oh, you're rat.
Of course.
Okay. so
Not my
that's-
dog, my rat.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So, you think that perhaps there'll be some form of he'll be keeping his ledgers in there, lots of books, and things of that nature.
Correct.
Okay. Now, does this seem like a two-man job, or would you like me to stay on lookout?
Yeah, how about you stay on lookout? I would like to maybe dash the rifle behind the bar. I do have pistols in
Yeah,
my pockets.
you can let
in case
Red
of
Box hold on
emergency.
to that if you want him to.
Okay. I will just, since I don't want to accidentally throw
Yeah,
it,
it's
I
X to
will-
drop an item, I think.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to click the actual rifle. It keeps doing. Oh, hold on. Oh, I dropped the wrong thing.
There
That's
you
fine.
go. Okay, just
Oh.
leave it there. Okay.
I dropped my pistol, but yeah, this
With
is
fire
gunshot.
instantly.
There we go. Okay, so I still have my pistol on me,
Okay.
ready to go. Fox, You keep your eyes open for me, my
Oh,
friend.
I always do. I say taking a
Now,
massive
do we
step.
have a Here's a night.
By the way, sir, feel free to move around the housekeepers as they do their work.
I am going to leave Nancy behind the bar as well.
Okay.
With Fox. Nancy, I want you to climb up his pants and make a little chirpy sound if I'm in danger. That'll be our signal if I need some backup.
He will bite his nuts if you are in danger.
Are you saying this out loud?
I'm telepathically telling her.
Oh, okay.
I will whisper to you if a rat jumps in your pants. I need backup. Okay.
Okay. That's.
That's how you'll know.
I'd like to say that would be the first time that happened, but well, never mind. You be careful.
Oh, well, I know your backstory about the brothel thing, but I won't comment on that right now. I am going to stride forward like I'm meant to be here and walk towards the office.
In the meantime, I'm going to sit around the other side of the and sit down on the seat. I'm going to take off my shoes, place them down on the counter. I'm going to start acting like mime scraping them. So it looks like I'm
scraping.
doing my. It looks like I'm doing my job.
Yeah, you really are.
I'm doing my job.
All right.
Upon hearing that, I believe the butler.
Oh shit.
Comes along and asks what you're doing here and why there is a rifle.
Excuse me.
It's behind the bar.
I was going to say that was placed behind the bar.
Yeah, okay, it's behind the bar. Okay, the rifle can't be seen. Okay.
Excuse me. Can I ask what you're doing here?
Oh, good evening, sir. I'm one of the recent applicants at this property. His lordship hired me as an animal waste disposal expert. You see, his lordship had a few issues of treading in various types of animal excrement outside, and he was concerned because obviously your good self has to, make sure that this place is looking pristine. So it's been ensuring that we essentially get all of these things nice and clean for you.
Okay, you're doing this one without assistance because I'm afraid Viv is not around to assist you, and Nancy cannot assist you.
I've heard nothing of the sort.
Okay, well, I am a very recent acquisition. Anyway, I guess I'll roll.
Oh god.
Success.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, the master's probably just forgetting to tell me stuff again.
I'm so sorry you've been left out of the equation on this one. But I have heard that you work very hard and you do keep.
The butler decides to sit down and do your job interview with you right now to save you your trouble.
Well, I guess I'll do the interview with you then. Let's take a seat. Take a seat.
Oh, certainly, thank you. I eagerly sit down.
So what is the position that you've applied for?
So the position, and it's something of a new position that's been put aside specifically for me, is animal waste disposal. And I'm an expert in this area. So obviously there's a lot of beasts of burdens out on the road, sheep.
Meanwhile, what is Viv up to?
Okay, so I'm assuming no one stopped me here.
No one stopped you yet.
Nothing happened. Right. I kind of waltzed in like I meant to be here. I hid.
No one's seen you yet. You've managed to avoid the housekeepers so far.
Perfect. Now I want to rifle around and look for the ledger that I'm meant to be.
Okay, where are you gonna start looking in first? You got the desk, you got the cabinets behind you, and so on.
Desk first.
Okay. You check the desks. You find his personal diary full of some very interesting chapters, but that's not what you're looking for.
Ooh, the way I want to take that, but I know I can't. Okay. Next up, I'll look behind the desk on these shelves. I see a really fancy.
Okay, yeah, in the cabinets it's just full of various bottles of very fancy whiskey.
Yeah, what is this?
That's the chest. It's locked.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I want to try to tinker with this. Maybe use my.
Okay, in which case I'll get you to roll for that.
Is Harpy, are you doing that quietly?
Oh yes. Once I'm in, okay, so I walked through like I not too stealthy, just walking like I'm meant to be here. And when I'm in this room, it's trying to be sneaky, trying to be.
Okay. You're tinkering with that. I'm gonna give you a standard. Yeah, go ahead and give me that roll.
Okay. Now wait, what is push yourself before?
Push yourself. You can take some stress and get an extra d6.
I would like to push myself. I think
Go
this
for it.
matters. Okay, here we go. Stressful.
Oh, okay, you
Oh,
failed,
no.
but that was a risky
that's
roll, so
only
what you
one
can
roll.
do is... you can do that roll again, but it'll be a desperate roll.
Okay.
Or you can back off and leave it.
Okay. Well, how many d6s was I supposed to have?
You got 0 points in that one, so what would happen is you'd roll 2d6 and take the lowest.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'd like to. Let me roll again. I'm gonna
Rolling
keep trying.
again. Okay, this time it's going to be a desperate roll.
I need to get in here. I'm assuming this is where it is.
Alright. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Is that... Let me pick the right character. There you go. Let me check your action, which is going to be, again, Tinker.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay.
You fail again on this one. You actually make
No.
a fair bit of noise.
Oh,
A
shit.
big metallic clank is heard. And the housekeeper that's cleaning the toilet here, that was trying to unblock this toilet, is now going to head over your direction.
Okay, okay. Do I know she's on my
You can hear her footsteps as she's making her way over to you.
Into the wardrobe.
I'd like to hide behind the curtains. If
The curtains is not good. Hide behind the vase, yeah, you can hide behind that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Behind the lamp.
I'm hiding.
Yeah, behind the lamp. Or like a
Okay.
thin tree.
You're gonna have to
I'm
do another
holding my
roll for
breath.
this one. Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to make a prowl roll.
Ooh, prowling.
Yes, but this one is also a desperate position, so if you fail this one,
I'm
you will not
fucked.
get a chance to read
Gonna
it.
have to kill her. It's the only way.
Mixed
Ooh.
success. Okay.
That's
On that,
pretty
I'll say, yep,
high.
she does not see you, but it takes her a considerable amount of time to leave the room and go back to plumbing the toilet,
got
and
it.
your window of opportunity is now smaller.
Oh shit.
Okay, so the housekeeper goes back to unblocking that toilet.
Now, is there any would I know of any other way to get this chest open?
You can
besides
smash it
using my-
open, but that might not be the best option.
Yeah, that'll probably be quite noisy.
You can try tinkering again. There are other options. If you can think of something else. You try looking for the key.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I feel like he would probably keep it on his person though.
He would, potentially.
Yeah. I'm gonna search around and I'll take some time. I'm gonna go through the shelves, the books, the desk. I'll
Okay, do you know what?
spend some
Give
time
me
looking for...
a survey roll for that then.
Ooh, okay.
You're gonna have a risky one for that. Okay.
Okay.
Because the housekeeper is still in the other room, so she may.
Right,
hear
I'm
you
trying to be
mess up.
quiet. Alright, so I can roll now?
Yes.
Ooh, mixed. Okay.
Okay, mixed success. I'll say. I'm gonna say, do you know what? This lock does not look very sturdy. You can probably force it open.
Shoot it.
Okay.
You can force it
it
open, and because it's already kind of busted, he might not notice if you break it a little bit more.
I'm definitely gonna do that since it's already a little bit damaged.
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's the reason you couldn't pick the lock properly. It was already kind of effed up.
This is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try again. And I'm keeping my ears open for any more servants.
Okay, so how do you want to try and open it this time? Are you gonna wreck it?
What do I have in my
Do you have any
gear,
tools
actually?
or anything that can help you?
Yeah,
What
I
items did you
believe-
bring with you?
Give me a moment. I think I brought a burglar kit. No,
Okay,
I brought tinkering tools with me, and then my my pistol.
I was going to say, just use the pistol. It's faster.
It says the burglary gear is lockpicks, a pry bar, and some oil. To
Okay, do you know what?
silence
Roll a
sneak
wreck
in-
with advantage, I guess. I'll give you an extra d6 on that one.
Perfect. Okay.
You know what? Yeah, you'll get 2d6. Hang on. Yeah, 2d6s.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do what I can. Maybe make it a little
Okay.
less squeaky, a little less noisy. All right, let's roll.
Hey,
Ooh!
you've got it open.
Let's go!
You know, okie dokie.
I'm so
The ledger is
excited,
not
but,
in there.
Viv is
Oh.
quiet. It's not in here.
It's not. No,
Are you fucking kidding me?
it's not in there.
Oh no! Oh shit. Okay, and I didn't happen to find it when I was surveying this
Nope.
entire room.
It wasn't. It's as far as you can tell, it's not actually in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to his bedroom then.
Okay.
I'm aware that a housekeeper came through here earlier. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
she's
to be
still in the
stealthy.
bathroom there. She can't see you, but she might hear you if you make too much noise.
I'm gonna try to be so quiet right now. I'd like to search the drawers and maybe this little armoire next.
Okay, yeah, okay. You can give me a survey for that then. Let's have a look.
We're running out of time. I'm so nervous.
I am acing this interview, I reckon.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
you're
am.
getting excellent.
Sounds like a brilliant job.
Oh, did you get a success on that?
I
You
did.
Okay.
Holy cow.
The ledger's right there on the desk.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I didn't even see it there. All right, I will swap my forged one with the real one,
Okay.
taking as much time as I can to make sure it's exactly as positioned. Nothing looking suspicious at
Okay.
all. Now, do I have to actually drop an item? Or
Yeah,
anything,
just
or
drop
is
it
this
and
fine?
pick it back up. I'll move it into position for you.
I don't know how to easily drop my items, so give me a moment here. I'm just sort of highlighting over my character, and I can
Yeah,
only
you can
see,
do
like,
it that way,
giant-
or you can press X to drop items.
I think I'm just gonna end up dropping everything, am I? No, don't change the bed sheets, ma'am.
Shut
think
up!
Pick up the
I
actual
think I
ledger.
lost.
And
I think I lost the ledger. Oh, there. Oh shit.
Okay.
Whatever. I left my dog in the room.
okay, you're
pretend
currently
that-
holding both ledgers now. Make sure you put the right one there.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. What was it to drop?
X.
C, I think. Oh, X.
I cannot see past the wall.
That's fine. I'll say you put the ledger in the exact same spot.
Please, thank you.
Meanwhile,
gonna
we're
get
gonna
very
quickly
confused.
switch back to Red Fox having his job interview.
All right, forged ledger is back in the spot. Forged.
And I'm in like a really sort of relaxed position. Just
Okay,
As
you're
I-
gonna have to give me another. I'm going to say a consort role because you're socializing with him now.
of course.
Yeah. You're continuing with this interview.
Okay. What questions am I being asked?
What experience have you had in the past of working for a master?
Well, I've worked for a number of different masters previously, though usually freelance, sort of as a case by case basis. Certain previous clientele I've had have made sure to just call upon me when I'm needed, rather than putting me in a sort of more permanent full-time position. Meant that I got to see a lot of different areas of the city. Certainly, quite a lot of interacting with a lot of different. People of various backgrounds, actually, but mostly
I see.
affluent.
No, I see. Sounds like you've been around the block a few times.
I have failed.
Okay, that's a
Oh, no.
colossal failure actually. Okay, in that case, your window of opportunity has now gone, and Errol Muskrat has returned home.
Oh
Dun, dun, dun,
no.
dun.
What charming man.
He is
Dun, dun, dun,
currently
dun.
he is very, very drunk. He reeks of alcohol. He is currently holding a bottle of fine wine, and he has not returned home alone either. He has returned with a noble lady who begrudgingly is being given a tour of his manor.
As they walk through the door, I'd like to stand up from my
He hasn't
seat.
noticed you yet, so he's
I'm
very.
going to stand up from my seat and I'm going to turn to the butler. Would you like me to take his shoes and make sure they're clean, or is he? I don't know if he's in need of my service at the moment.
The butler goes to greet Errol on his entry. He ignores your question.
Okay, I'll continue. I'm just going to sit there for now. I'm hiding in plain sight.
Good evening, sir. How was your night? Just get away. Get away. Yes, of course, sir.
Muskrat decides to take the young lady over to the bedroom, whilst giving her a half-hearted tour of his fancy home, bragging about how rich he is.
You see, my bedroom's up there, but there's a table over here, pure mahogany. And the chairs, you just had them bought. Yeah, bought. Let's go. Let's go to my room. My room, my bedroom.
Has such a way with words.
Now, am I still on the move, or?
Yes, you need to navigate your way back to, because the only way out is the way you came in.
Correct.
So you need to navigate your way there with the ledger without being seen.
Yeah, I will say, I've at least, I can attempt to hide it. The ledger's kind of just like a large book, right?
It is, yeah. You can't put it in your pocket.
Hood or so. Okay, all right. Well, I don't even know what's happened because I'm assuming up here I haven't heard the door.
You can commune with your rat, though, can't you?
I can communicate with my rat. My rat can communicate with me.
It's like a one-way sort of system.
Oh.
Is it? Okay, hold on. Let me. Yeah.
The rat really doesn't have much to say.
Yeah, the pet and hunter share their senses and thoughts telepathically, but I'll assume that she's kind of not very smart. She is just a rat after all, my poor baby.
Nancy is mostly just a pretty face.
Yeah. Relatable.
Obi.
Yeah.
How do I zoom in and out of the map?
Control and then scroll.
Yeah, God, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's better. Much better. I can see what's going on now. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just going to be making my way out. Again, trying to hide the ledger a little bit. And
Okay, while you're walking down, they're going to be making their way up towards the bedroom this way.
Now, do I... when do I would like to hide if I see them, but I doubt.
Where are you
I
hiding?
feel like we're about to cross paths.
I was just about to say, as they go past,
Yes.
I would like to approach, so sort of catch them by the stairs,
Okay.
and I'd just like to sort of shout to him, excuse me, sir, so sorry to disturb you. I know that you're obviously about to get to business, but I have just noticed you've walked in with your shoes on, and I'm wondering, on your way here, is it perhaps you may have trodden in something so nice outside, and obviously we wouldn't want to be tracking in any nastiness, especially with our fair lady around. Would you like me to take your shoes and make sure that they're clean for you?
Why do you talk so much?
I'm sorry, it's kind of a nervous habit I have when I'm around rich and wealthy and attractive people like yourself.
He kind of bends over and just takes his shoes off. He's like, just have them. Go away.
You know what? He takes off his pants as well and gives them to you to be ironed. You won't be eating them for the next few hours.
Of course, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Now, I could hear all this since I'm
You can, yeah. You're just around the corner.
I'm using this as my distraction.
Are you sure you didn't get seen by that other maid standing at the bottom of those stairs?
I don't know, did I? Yeah, I see her. I'm just walking around like, remember, I work here too.
I'm gonna say,
I
okay,
applied.
so the maid did not care for you being past.
Oh, okay.
She saw you, she just assumes you're another one of the help. She's
Yeah.
a very uncaring maid. If you got lucky with that one, you might not
They're
be with the
probably
others.
not paid very much.
No, she's not. But
would-
she's basically a burnt out customer service worker.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get paid to interview everyone who works here,
Yeah.
so she doesn't care.
She didn't question it. If you were here to burn the place down, she wouldn't care.
Oh,
Valid.
you maid. I can't remember his name. Is the other one done with my bedroom? I believe so, sir. Good. Yeah, good. Oh, okay.
I'd like to approach the butler now.
Hang on,
As I
let me
now
get
have his.
Muskrat and his lady back to their bedroom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are we acting that out?
What?
Do we get to watch them in the bedroom?
No, you guys are hopefully gonna leave the area once they're there. So
Why is there a dog here?
No, there's no dog.
You know
that's a
why.
fake animal.
he has not noticed that you've switched the ledgers out. You now have an opportunity to potentially leave. However, your gun is still behind the counter.
Correct.
And the butler is right there.
I'm
I'd
gonna.
like to kind of wink to Red Fox, like signal to him, like.
Yeah, I'm talking to the. I've gone over to the butler to distract him.
Thumbs up.
It's a big rifle. You need to get him to leave the room.
Yeah, that's. I was about to say I can't touch it.
Terribly sorry about that. Where were we?
Not at all. Well, I think we were just near the end of it. I think you were telling me that. Well, I don't know if you decided today. You hadn't told me if I'd got the job, but I have already got his lordship's shoes, and he gave me his trousers as well. That's not really in my area. I'm more of a shoe scraper than a trouser presser.
Don't worry, you can pass the trousers to me. I'll take care of those.
Of course. Well, I can get to work on these right away, or if you'd like me to obviously come back when you have your decision on whether you'd like to hire me. That's I don't want to be presumptuous.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, it's if like the Lord, but the Master has already given you shoes to clean, then shoes you better clean.
I thought that would be the case, honestly. Well, I'm happy just getting to work on that if you need to get to work on those.
Yes, I need to arrange the dining room for the breakfast.
Well, I'd say maybe if we get you get those trousers sorted, I'll get these shoes sorted, and then if you like, I can let myself out. I don't mind.
Perfect. And then, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much for your assistance today, and do take care.
And you take care.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna look at the bottom of the shoes. How much shit is on these shoes?
You have a chance to now make it out of here.
Let's get the.
I'm gonna just scrape the bottom of the shoes super quickly, and then just place them down on the floor. Just place them down on the floor.
Your window of opportunity is full, so I can't add any more to that.
The shit scraping idea worked 100%.
Oh my god!
I genuinely
actually believe you did that.
I genuinely believe that there is a real enterprise there. That is a business that could go down. I don't know if you've got connections and ideas you want to put out there, but market research has been done. 100% of noblemen that I have met would hire a shit scraper on the spot.
I'm scared for your existence.
You know, it sounds like bullshit, but honestly, I'm sold now as well.
It isn't just bullshit. It could be cow shit, horse shit, dog shit, any type of shit. We scrape it all.
I'm with them now. I'm sold. But here's your ledger.
Thank you.
And
I was about to ask.
So I believe that's a job completely
very well done. So she takes the ledger and puts it behind the desk, and that is the score over. So now you're in a phase called Downtime. So first things first, we work out just what happens with your reputation. I'm gonna say you gain 2 reputation for your crew, because that was a very daring heist you did. In regards to coin, this was not a major one. Let's say
Promise 4, I think.
It was a small job because it really was just a 2-person job. Could have been a 1-person job, really, but somehow you managed to make it make do with 2 people. Because it was meant to be a multiple-person job because it's a very big house and you have to properly look around where he hid it. Okay, next step is heat. How low profile did you manage to keep? It was contained. Standard exposure people saw you.
I gave a fake name to the security.
We were seen by the police.
You did get spotted by the blue coats immediately, and they now remember who you are and what you look like.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they spot you again.
But I did convince them that I was meant to be there.
Yeah, you managed that, so you didn't get arrested immediately for trespassing.
or beaten on the spot.
So they were suspicious of me just because I was there. Would that have been the case for any staff member then? Is that just how they operate?
So the way it works is the engagement roll determined whether or not the blue coats saw you or not, is how I went by, and whether or not they would be suspicious, because I was going to have it like, if you rolled well for the engagement one, they wouldn't have cared you were there, because you looked poor.
I was going to say, you weren't exactly dressed as staff.
Yeah, so their job is essentially to like protect the rich anyway, so
My guy
they wouldn't
looks
have
like
cared
a
about you.
certified shit scraper.
But because you scored a critical miss on the first roll, I decided, you know what, they're going to question you and they're going to harass you. And, okay, so for this, you got 2 heat because several house members, including the butler and the blue coats, did see you. So you got some heat, not a lot, it's only a small amount.
That's fine. If we were to end up in Muskrat's home again, they'd probably recognize us.
I mean, you
But-
managed to do what the job
I've
asked
got
you
a
to, and
job.
that is switch the ledger without him knowing you did it. It doesn't matter if the rest of the household knew you were there and what you were doing.
Yeah,
So
he
let's
is
just say, for
unaware.
example,
Okay.
if the butler caught you doing it, you could have bribed him to not say anything. If
Or killed him.
or you could have killed him. Yeah, that would have worked. But then that would reduce your reward a little bit because it was meant to be done discreetly. Like he's not meant to
true.
be suspicious of something
Isn't
happening.
it
But
plus
killing
2
the
heat
butler,
just if killing was involved? Like any
killing
amount of killing
it was
is
an
like...
option you could have done. It would have given you more complications. So the way this world works is when someone dies, there's a bell that can only be heard by these people called spirit wardens that wear plague masks that will come and dispose of the body before it turns into a vengeful spirit. So if you did
Christ.
kill anyone, they would have been on the scene immediately.
Yeah.
So you would have had
Yeah.
another, like,
We would have been
essentially
known.
police force. Yeah, you would have had another police force looking for you.
Okay.
Thankfully,
yeah,
no
that-
one's incarcerated, so we can skip that step.
this
Entanglement.
was
Now, this
pretty
is a
low.
very interesting one. I'm gonna roll that and see what happens. Okay, you have the option between gang trouble or the usual suspects. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the usual suspects. So what's gonna happen here is, do you remember the owner of the bar that you're quite familiar with?
Yeah.
The blue coat officers you bumped into earlier would have asked her a few questions about a young shit scraper, although they would have given your fake name and not your actual name. She wouldn't have said anything from the looks of it. Let's have a look. Actually, I think I need to roll for that to find out.
She's my friend, if that adds to
It
anything.
depends on how badly they beat her. So I'm gonna say for now, entanglement roll. She's not gonna be happy with you that they came asking. So she's gonna be
Uh-oh.
very upset that you brought blue coat trouble her way, because they're probably
did
gonna
they know
come
to
back
come
and they're
here?
gonna keep asking.
How did they know to come here?
They would have been asking
Here.
around for a shit scraper, apparently. There's one who made quite a scene earlier that night here, if you remember.
I didn't announce myself as a shit scraper.
No, you
here the
didn't. You
night
did
before.
take your shoes off, though,
What?
before you
yeah, the
entered the
cat's
cat's
whiskers.
whiskers.
Yeah, I mean, I took
Right.
my shoes off when I came
Yeah.
in.
They would have eventually found their way around to you because they
Okay,
like to
okay.
ask. They would have harassed enough people to find you, but they didn't get any information. They would have left. But if they keep coming back here, they might get suspicious.
Why were
In
they
regards
looking for me?
to downtime activities, you have a few options here. If you want to have a quick look at them, you can recover if you've taken any heat damage, reduce your heat. You can train a skill. You can indulge your vice if you want to get rid of some stress. You can
Oh,
work
I
on a
would
long-term
love to-
project, or you can acquire something.
I feel
I'm
like I need to go
slicing
and
it.
apologize.
Oh.
Like, if that's a thing I can do.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. That's not something you need to use a downtime activity for. You can do that.
Okay, I just need to
So
go.
the way it works
probably
is after a
speak to
heist, you
Clyra.
guys lie low for a bit, but you have the opportunity to do 2 activities in that time.
I'd like to go speak to Clyra and make sure she's okay. The idea that I walked past, was she beaten? Did you say?
No, she would have been very lightly harassed.
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
gonna say if I
It
walked
wouldn't
past
have been
and
anything
she's-
too
walked
serious,
past her
but
just,
she
like,
wouldn't be happy
bludgeoned,
about
like,
having them asking
the
questions
blue
around here.
coats coming in.
Yeah, they don't know much about you. They just came to ask a few questions. They didn't get any information, but no one wants the cops poking around.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'd like to go speak to Clyra in that case then. She's on the map though, isn't she?
Okay, not yet. In regards
Yeah,
to
well-
what you can do here, you've got acquire an asset that can get you something like a cohort, a vehicle, a service. So if you need certain something, if you click on a little book icon, it tells you a little wiki entry if you want to see what you can get out of it. You can reduce your heat if you want to. You've not got much, but if you want to reduce it to nothing, you can.
How do you train a skill? What's that all?
So if you
that
look on
just-
your character sheet,
Yeah.
you should notice you've got certain points in your skill. I think it's on the progression page. You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
you've got
Can
certain
open that now.
points in skills that you've gotten. You can roll to increase it by a bit more, depending on certain things. I think your crew ability lets you increase certain stats by 2 instead of 1. Let me double check your crew sheet. Because I do remember you taking one of them skills.
Yeah.
I go to abilities. Okay, yeah. So you've got the patron, which lets you increase a tier. That's fine. And you have prowess training. So if you train in prowess, you can get 2 EXP instead of 1.
Okay, interesting. What do I click to practice?
Let's have a look. If I click on...
I'm on
train?
progression at the moment. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know if there's a.
Oh, you just mark 1 EXP, but in this case it's 2 EXP. So you can mark 2 points on prowess. And that's
Alright,
one
how
of your
do you-
downtime activities used.
How many do you need to level up?
You need to fill that bar up.
Okay, so I put 2 in prowess. Oh, and
Okay,
I've
you
already got
still
1
have-
in resolve just off the bat anyway.
You
Apparently.
got that one from your desperate roll that you did. And you succeeded.
Oh,
So when you do a desperate roll, if you succeed, you get an EXP in that.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you have another downtime activity you can also do. You can engage in long-term projects if you want to look into something or like anything like that. So I start a clock for that. And you can roll to see how long it takes you to complete certain things.
Also, you spelled opportunity wrong.
Yeah.
I
had
didn't want
to
to
do
tell
it
you
on
to
the-
begin
on the
with, then it
fly.
kept flashing up, and I was like, oh no.
I have been sitting here the entire time, staring at it, just like, I want to say something. I want to say something.
I'm glad that
I
you
wanna
waited
say
until
something.
after. So I can't change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can also
so-
acquire an asset, so you can get an item or just recruit someone to your crew, like an NPC character, maybe like a doctor if you're hurt or anything, and it's with you until you use it, basically. So it's like a temporary thing, but you don't need to use it immediately.
I should have kept those trousers.
Fortunately, you gave them to the butler.
Yeah, that was a good. That was a good way to get rid of him. all according to Keikaku. So we get 2 lots of downtime then. Basically.
Yeah, so you used one activity to train. You can also use the other one. And then Viv, I'm going to ask you the same thing. What do you want to do in your downtime?
Trying to think what I'd do.
Also, I can't believe you're getting me to do women's voices.
You did a great job so
Something,
far.
something I'm not
confident
very
in your
good at.
ability. I'm confident in your ability to continue to do as many variety of different women's voices.
Oh dear God.
Now, are we on to my downtime? I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do some drugs, please.
Okay, you need to do a roll for that, and we'll see how much stress you relieve. So,
That's me buying from a drug dealer.
you are
Excuse
going
me,
to
sir.
do a vice roll, and
I
your
forgot,
vice
what is
is
the main drug?
Nisha. So, tell me what it is you're doing, and then hit the roll button.
I'd like to go purchase. Well, what's the big drug here? I forgot the word for it.
Clip to the loo while she
Spark
does
is
her
one of
drugs.
them.
Bark. That's what I'm going to. I would like to find some of that.
You have a purveyor,
I'm
don't
assuming
you? A vice purveyor.
Yeah, I do. That was one of my things. How do I?
Okay, so yeah, we'll just say you've gone to them and acquired some of that. So if you give me a roll, we'll see how much stress you clear from it. Oh, okay,
That
very
was all
lucky.
of my
You
stress.
cleared all of your stress. That was some good drugs.
Wow, that was what a great. I was pretty stressed out after
Yeah,
sneaking into.
the danger is
What's
if you
that
clear
called?
more than you have, you overindulge, and that gives you very negative side effects. And
Oh.
then going forward, if you don't indulge in the vice, you end up taking stress instead, so you have to do it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So for now,
that
both of
actually
you
was
can ignore
perfect.
your vices if you want to, but once it gets its hold on you, you cannot.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay,
So I
you
I
also
got
have another
just high
activity you can do.
enough.
Well, at
Now,
this point, you
yeah,
can choose not to do it if you want to. I mean, you guys have a only just started, so you probably don't have many things you'd want to do just yet.
Right. I can't really think of a long-term project or anything I'd be interested in.
You can think you can make something up if you want to, like, I don't know, maybe investigate a certain topic or about the city, or find out about other gangs or other leaders or so on, or just look into dirt about someone. That's something you can do.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I would like to I'm going to investigate more. I'd like to learn more about some spiritual stuff. I'm kind of trying to investigate how my rat has her ghostly powers.
Okay.
I'm curious about Nancy.
Yeah, why is this rat so spooky?
My spooky rat.
Yeah, that's a valid one. You have a little section in your progression tab in your character sheet. If you go to the very bottom, you can just click on long-term projects and add one in there.
Okay, let me take a look.
If you're, do you know what? There are cults around that are worshipping like forgotten gods and demons that you can maybe investigate and learn more about. In fact, one of the gangs that you are allied with, who helped you establish your base, are the Dimmer Sisters.
Correct.
Who are
yes.
very adept and well known for being pretty adept in the spiritual arts.
Okay, so maybe I could meet with the Dimmer Sisters in my downtime?
You can find out whether or not they want to meet with you. You can look into... You don't know where they're based, so you can look into how to contact them.
Okay, investigate contacting... I'm gonna write that down. Dimmer Sisters. Perfect. Yeah, I'd like to do that. Okay, so I put that on my sheet as a long-term project.
And I think you can roll for that.
Okay. Oh, you did give me a roll. Here it is. Oh, wait, was that...
Oh, hang on, that's the wrong roll.
That was a...
Ignore that one. Delete that one.
Okay.
There we go. Let me see if I can get you to roll for that one. So, not a vice, it is for your research task. Oh, hang on. So, the way long-term projects work, if I click on the thing, it should say right here, you would essentially roll for it with a d6, and you'd mark segments on the clock depending on what number you roll. So,
oh, I accidentally clicked that. Okay.
So, I'd say you're surveying, because you're looking for information, right? So what you're going to do is, you are going to action roll, you're going to go for a survey roll. Oh no, would you rather roll with study? I'll let you decide. Because you are studying some arcane magic stuff. Which would
let's go with study. Let's go with I'd like to do some kind of research almost into it. And into what I know about the Dimmer Sisters.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So, because you're already familiar with the Dimmer Sisters, I'll give you a controlled position. So, go ahead and roll that one. Okay,
not too
mixed
bad.
success, that's a 4. So that gives you 2 points on your progress clock. So that's
awesome.
1, 2. Okay, so you're halfway to finding out. So, next time you do a downtime activity, you can use that to essentially find out more about them and where to meet with them.
It's really cool. Okay, I like this. Interesting. All right,
so
those are both of mine.
James, you already used one of yours to
I did.
train.
I've
click
been
on train,
training
just to say
vigorously.
Yeah,
to,
if you click on the train button, so I've got that marked down here. Under downtime activities.
Yeah. Train.
What do you want to do with your second downtime activity?
I would like to acquire an asset.
Oh, what are you acquiring?
I would like to get a shit scraper.
The love of God.
Maybe not. I don't know.
A special item.
I was carrying with me this item, which was sounded really useful, but I never actually got an opportunity to use it. And it was like this powder that you could like throw in people's faces, and it would make them like more susceptible to persuasion. Apparently, I can't remember what it was called. What was it? The trance powder. Now, is that something I just will always have access to, or is that something I have
yes,
to buy?
that is something you will have access to.
Oh, sick. Okay,
so
cool.
Your armor and your inventory items refresh after every heist.
I can't think of really any item that I need. Can I get more money? Can I go gamble and make money? Can I go grift someone?
Ooh, do you know what?
With reduced heat, actually, how does that work?
Oh yeah, we do have 2
At the
heat
minute, you
currently.
have 2 heat. If you roll to reduce that, that'll be something like maybe you're going to the blue coats and bribing them to look the other way in regards to recent activities. So depending on what you end up rolling.
Like, yeah, forget our faces.
I think reduce heat. So that's the only real thing, like negative thing we got from this.
Tell me how you're gonna reduce your heat. Are you gonna speak to the blue coats? Are you gonna spread some rumors that someone else did it?
I'm going to set up a rumor that one of the other rival gangs had an interest in that area and had been scoping it out.
Oh, okay.
For a while.
That's
Who was that? What was that rival
swell.
team that we're against? What were they called?
You've got a couple of rival gangs. So one of the rival gangs is the Lamp Blacks. They're quite a big gang. They're very well known, actually, for being quite vicious. So they're ones who are not very happy with you because you are currently established in one of their territories. And I believe the other one was the Weeping Lady, who are like a cult, who worship the First Lady of
no, it wouldn't be the Weeping Lady. It'd be the Lamplighters, did you say?
The Lampblacks. So they used to be the Lamplighters Guild, but since everyone moved to electricity and their electric lamps, they were kind of out of
No, those guys, 100%.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to say
spreading
you got
vicious rumors.
Spray effect and the control position. Go ahead and I'm going to give you an extra D for that one, actually. Go for it.
Mixed success.
Mixed success. You know what? It works. But the Lamp Blacks are suspicious that who started this rumor.
Fuck it, who cares?
Oh, this is gonna come back to bite us.
I'm gonna start a gang war.
Yeah, you actually are.
At the minute, your stats with them is -1. I'm gonna say it stays -1. You're not gonna get any more heat from them, but
it means that they'll be getting heat from the from those blue coats.
Yeah, so
will fuck with their business.
Ooh, they are gonna hate us even more. That's
Wow,
fine.
they're suspicious it says, but there's no proof it says.
Yeah, so your heat has now been reduced back down to 0.
Yep.
Awesome.
Easy.
Okay.
Wow,
So
what a good day.
Man, the power of charisma builds, man. That's the
yeah, really.
all right, so you guys gain 4 coin. Is that automatically applied to your sheet, or
it doesn't look like
Not
it has.
sure.
No, I don't know.
hang on, 4 coin.
Let's have a look.
If not, I think it goes to your.
Is it 4 between us?
Yeah, is
Yep.
it in the hideout?
I don't actually know where the coin is on the sheet.
It looks like it's on our progression.
It should be on your progression section.
Okay.
It
That's
scrolls
let's see.
down. But I know we can store it. We chose.
Yeah,
the
so I'll say
hideout
you both
method.
all have 2 coin on you if you want to mark that on there, and I'll
Okay,
let you
we'll
choose.
just-
Oh yeah, I put it on.
Put it in your
Perfect.
stash or put it in your vault.
I'm keeping this on
Oh,
me
okay.
for now. Like, you can keep up to like 4 on you anyway, can't you?
Yeah,
So
4
it's
is
all
the
good.
sensible amount. It's a maximum amount because that's like a month's worth of wages, and I think any more than that will encumber you because it's
Yeah, I'll keep
bag
the
full of
money on
silver.
me
It's
for
quite
now.
heavy.
I moved 1 into my stash and 1 on me.
Okay, that's absolutely
So that way
fine.
I can have some spending money, but if something happens, I get mugged on the road.
So yeah, your stash is essentially like your retirement fund, essentially. But if you want to remove money from your stash, it's like a conversion of 2 to 1. So you need 2 coin to remove 1 from there.
Yeah, I see a withdrawal thing. Okay, that is just
It's like a
fine. I'll
pension.
still put.
Essentially,
I'll
yeah.
put 1 in there.
All right, with that, you are back to free play. You guys can do whatever the heck you want for now.
The
The heat has gone from your most recent heist. You're free to chat to whoever, do whatever.
I need to go speak with Clara, the owner of the
Okay, go right
the
ahead.
establishment that we are connected to.
If you go through the portal here, you should be able to go back to the Cat Whisker.
Cat Whiskers Cafe. There we go.
I'm going to follow suit because it sounds like it'll be funny.
And I'm leaving through we'll come out just sneaking
yeah.
You
through
see,
the
you've come out to
fireplace.
the fireplace.
Nothing strange there.
Yeah.
Gonna sort of head over. Hey, Clara, how are you? How are you getting on?
Hello.
I heard that you had a little bit of a run-in with some of the blue coats. Just wanted to make sure.
No thanks to you.
I just want you to know I have I have detracted all heat from us. It's now going. It's going to be going to someone else, a completely different rival group.
I'm still adding the trouble to your bill.
Well, you can certainly. About that actually. I'm just going to reach in and grab one of my coins that I've just earned. I think this should cover some of the cost, shouldn't
A
it?
whole coin.
She,
Is that a lot of money?
That is a lot of money. It's a whole week's
It's a
wages
week's
for that.
worth
what
of
these
wages.
what these coins made out of, Obi?
It's not actually made out of anything. It's actually like a representation of how much money you have on you. The way they use money here is they use silver coins called scales, or colloquially referred to as slugs as well, for everyday spending, which I assume they always have on them, so they can say if they want to bribe someone or pay someone off, they can give a bag of silver. It's fine.
Okay. Well, in that case, Clara kind of bites the coin to test its
That's
genuineness.
Genuine. I earned that myself. Now,
Fine, this will
obviously,
have to do.
I appreciate your discretion through all of this, honestly, and I'm sorry if it's caused you some trouble. I don't want anything bad coming towards you due to my actions, but I'll make sure.
Fine, just keep your
But I
shoes
cover
on
my
in my
tracks
tavern.
I will do. Actually, there's a lot of a big market in shit scraping at the moment. Found that out today. So I don't know if it's like a side service you might want to look into, but like rich people especially, they love having nice clean shoes. So if you look into maybe having like that as a service, maybe like self-service or a person that
As
can
you
do
say
it,
that,
you
the
can actually
man at
make
the bar
good side
named
money.
Cole Locke overhears you and is considering that's a service he's never heard of before, but he's quite intrigued by your sales pitch.
It's a pretty.
Excuse me. Excuse me, good sir.
Oh yes, hello.
Did I just hear you say shit scraping?
Well, that is one term for it, though obviously that's more of a colloquial term. We in the Bids call it animal waste disposal. You see, there's a lot of fecal matter out on the roads that people may either accidentally or inadvertently step into with through no fault of their own. So having a service available to remove said fecal matter from the bottom of the shoes could mean that wherever they go, they'll have nice, clean shoes. No worry of it getting into the fabric and fibers of the carpet.
I see. I've never quite heard of that before.
Well, it is something of an up and coming profession. Something I was hoping to champion and see about getting put into motion. I'm something of an entrepreneur in that way. Do a completely fake laugh. So I place my hands on my hips.
Your entrepreneurial values. Like, tell me more. Like, what sort of ideas do you have for the future?
Oh, well, ideas. It all comes down to cleanliness at the end of the day. There's a lot of bacteria you find in both fecal matter or any other form of waste, and the fact that is then getting trodden around the streets into people's houses. It's all about making sure that the, dare I say it, downtrodden, the poor, the impoverished, they themselves are not dragging their own waste in as they go around.
I see what you did there.
Well, you see, if we can make sure that these people are, a suitable level of cleanliness, it will mean that we don't have to worry about any mishaps on the streets. Perhaps if we can maybe encourage people to dispose of the waste, hire people to clean it out on the streets before it even gets into the soles of your shoes.
I see. So
a healthier and happier society.
What sort of tools are we talking about?
Well, scraping implements are usually key to this. Though high pressured water can also be used to dislodge some of the tougher stains at the bottom. But no, simple scraping, like paint removers, things like that, can be used as very versatile tools. Of course, we would just market them specifically as fecal removers, even though they are exactly the same object, and would charge, twice the amount.
Say, would you mind joining me for a drink and we'll take the conversation over to a nice chair?
I mean, of course, I would love to. Right, okay. Sit with this strange noble man.
This man introduces himself to you as Cole Locke. He tells you immediately that he is a renowned artist and his work is on display at the museum.
At the museum? Oh.
Yes, I've got many works of art there. But yes, please, like, get what you want from the bar. Come, have a chat with me. That would be absolutely darling.
I would love to, thank you. And I'm just gonna gesture over to Clara. The usual, please.
Fine. Come. Let's sit.
Oh, he's going all the way over there.
You have
Sit
to
down.
walk all the way.
I'm gonna sit down, recline in the chair, crack my back a little bit, and I'm gonna remove my hat and shake out my hair.
Oh, I must say, your hair is rather exquisite.
Why, thank you.
It's a lovely
make
color.
sure- I spend a lot of time treating it. The important thing is to make sure that after you've washed it, is that you get it dried in a way that keeps the body of the hair sort of vibrant. I use a certain blend of different herbal remedies and things like that to keep a nice sheen and shine to it. I thought about marketing such an idea to dog groomers specifically to make sure that their pets are kept with a nice sheen, so that their hair can be just as nice as mine.
I love the vermilion tinge to it.
Well, thank you. You are just full of compliments.
You
Do not
must
stop.
let me paint you sometime.
You want to paint me?
Oh.
Now, when we're talking, What sort of paint are we talking here? Are we talking like an abstract sort of thing? Or are we talking
sort of
still life? Sort of
a portrait, if that would be okay.
And what sort of outfit would you want me wearing?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I'm comfortable in most things.
Well, then you can wear most things, I believe.
No, certainly.
It is completely your choice, but I would absolutely love to try and capture the vibrance of your hair.
I mean, you absolutely flatter me. I have no issue with being displayed to the public. However, I would want some sense of anonymity with something like this. Obviously, we don't
absolutely.
want to attract unwanted attention, stalkers or miscreants. So, obviously, the hair, perfect. I'm happy with that. The face, does it have to be my face?
No, you could wear a half mask.
Certainly,
or a full mask.
Something to cover my face. As I said, especially given the sort of society we're living in around here, I wouldn't want to
absolutely,
attract
I
unwanted
understand.
attention.
Sometimes I have to walk around myself to try and stay anonymous.
Of course, no, I can imagine, and especially people knowing the amount of wealth that you have, the amount of work you get done. Certainly, that could potentially put a target on you, and we wouldn't want that.
Oh no, I've got plenty of back alley secrets and little ways I can escape from things. It's more of my forte that I like to make an impression, as every artist does.
Certainly. Have you ever delved into tarot reading at all?
No, I haven't. It's not
something of a hobby of mine. I say a hobby, it's also something of a business of mine. I usually charge, half a coin just for a reading. But, for you, good sir, I'd be happy to give you a free reading if you'd like.
Well, no.
No, he offers you to pay you in full for double actually. He'll pay you 5 coin because he likes to support, which you know what? It's more than you'd normally make.
Certainly, yeah, that's like more than a month's wages, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 5 silver coins, so not like 4 coins. It's like a bag of silver coins.
Does that equate to any amount of coin?
No.
Or silver coins just
spending. He's giving you
playing
pocket
with?
money for like a week.
Okay.
So I couldn't possibly ask you to do it for free. Take something.
Oh no, I'd be more than happy to lighten that load for you. No, certainly. And he starts.
Take this.
Pulls out a pack of cards, starts shuffling them, and then spreads them out across the table, and reaches over. So if you'd like to draw a card. So the way we can do this, we can either we can look into your past, we can look into your future. if you like, we can look into related to your wealth, related to perhaps your career, how your career will be going on, or perhaps even romance. Any love that might be on the horizon.
Now that sounds interesting. Let's go with romance.
Okie dokie, give me just one moment. And he starts shuffling and spreading the cards across the table. As he's doing so, he's chanting under his breath, just. And now I call upon the spirits, please, for the good of my new personal friend here, Polak. I'd like you to tell me what is in keeping with this man's romantic future. And he draws the card.
He kind of hunches over and stares very intently at the cards.
I see. The two of pentacles in the upright position. Now, let me consult my tomes. And he starts reading through his papers and brings out a big book. Starts going through and reading through his big book, which I usually do have on me somewhere. I am, just for the sake of everyone at home, I am currently drawing actual tarot cards. So the spirits will be chasing.
Accurate,
yeah, so these will be purely accurate of this fictional person.
Let me adjust my GM notes then for what you draw.
So we need to put a balancing act on this love meaning, as this card generally appears when you have many responsibilities you need to take care of. Love may actually be the last thing on your mind. You might be feeling strange. Are you maybe juggling with a current relationship, career, maybe even some
He tells
issues
me
at
he's
home?
stressed about a new painting he's unveiling at the gallery
No, of course.
later this week.
With this, all of these things, they require effort. And if you consider your relationship important, if you consider romance important, be careful not to neglect that. However, if your work is the most important thing to you, the cards are telling me that you would need to focus on that work above all things else to make sure that that work itself does not diminish.
While Red Fox is on his little tarot date, what's Viv up to?
I'm thinking that
You can leave the cafe and go elsewhere if you wish.
yeah, I'm thinking I kind of want a little bit more pocket money. So I was thinking about meeting up with one of my
Gambling.
no. One of my friends, one of my pals.
You can do.
Casta the bounty hunter.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know where the hell Casta is.
I don't think you do either. You've not encountered Castor, Melva, or Steiner yet. You know Celine. That's the one you can meet, and Valeris is someone who would definitely not want to meet with you.
No, Valeris will probably kill me on the spot. I'm a little scared.
So out of your allies, potential allies even, Celine is the one that you'd know. She's a Blue Coat Sentinel, so you have a contact within the cops.
Right. Okay. But I would already know that the heat has been taken off of us, correct? So I don't really need to go take care of that, since the heat's already... They're not looking for me anymore.
Not at the moment, no. Or you can always go to them for information. You can also investigate if you want to. I'm giving you this opportunity to think of what your next score is going to be. If you can't think of anything that you want to do next, Adelaide will also have this follow-up heist you can do.
Okay. Yeah, you know
So
what?
it's up to you.
Let's meet up with Adelaide. Well, I don't want to interrupt through the fireplace.
Oh, of course.
But...
No, Adelaide she can definitely make her way over to the front of the cafe as well. In fact, I'm going to have her sit right opposite you there.
Perfect. Now, will all these fancy little noble ladies, is this something to worry about eavesdropping, or...?
Potentially.
Fireplace taken.
Yeah, I'm afraid the fireplace has been taken.
Table is covered in tarot cards.
I'll kind of try to subtly ask.
You can be subtle with her, absolutely.
I can just imagine that the table is covered in more tarot cards than actually should be in a tarot deck.
So these other Tobo ladies, they won't be, really paying attention to what you're saying because they don't care. But if you do say anything suspicious, like, hey, I'm on the run from the police, they will definitely have their ears perk up because they love gossip.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go ahead and inquire. So Adelaide, do you happen to have any work?
As a matter of fact, she tells you that there is another request that she has that needs to be completed. There's a painting to be unveiled at the gallery in very soon. She needs that painting disposed of.
Okay. Now, what is the painting of?
Dare you?
We don't know. The issue is, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to the gallery before the painting is hung up, and then go the night it is hung up and find out which one was different, and then somehow deal with it.
Now, when you say different, do you mean different from...
As in one that's been replaced with a new painting.
Okay.
No one knows what this painting is or what it looks like. They just need the person to not succeed.
Okay.
Either destroy the painting or steal it. Obviously, she's not saying it outright. She's being very subtle about it. But just for the sake of your convenience.
Slyly. Yeah. Alrighty, now when is it due to be put on display?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. Do you happen to know who the artist is or any more information about the work?
Oh yeah, the famous artist Cole Log.
Oh, this is a bit awkward.
Does she know that he's here? Wouldn't she have had to walk past him?
Yeah, she does. And she's conspiring against him.
Okay.
Okay, I like this. Oh, interesting.
Anyway, back to
I hope
Red
you know
Fox
I can
and his
hear you.
dates. There is a tarot reading, I believe, currently in progress here.
Gotta betray my new best friend.
Well, he doesn't need to know that you're going to destroy if you're smooth about it.
Yeah.
Gaslight him.
I don't know that this is the case. I'm just having a pleasant conversation with him, reading his fortunes. Man paid me more than most people do, so yeah. It's fine.
But yeah, how is the tarot reading going?
I just gave you a reading. So, the Two of Pentacles, it does believe that, within regards to romance, that you should put all your passion and work into your work itself over romantic endeavors as it stands at the moment. Now, I imagine your work is very particular and very something, possibly your life even, very life force of a man of your stature. So you need to make sure that the work, this next project, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that will really make your name.
You don't understand. I truly hope so.
Well,
I put a lot of time, a lot of work into this new unveiling.
I could imagine, certainly. And where is that? You said it's at the museum. Yes, at the
museum.
The museum. Does the museum have a name, Obi?
It's the only museum in Bright Crown, so you
just
know which one it is.
The museum.
There is only one museum in the gallery.
And it's just called the museum. Okay.
It's not the museum, it's the museum.
It's the Bright Crown Museum, so it's in the same district you were in earlier.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited to see it myself, honestly. From what I can tell from what the spirits have told me, it's going to be a major one for you.
It would be an evening to remember, I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
He hands you a VIP entry pass to the gallery on the day of his painting unveiling.
Oh, for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You are my new friend, and friends always treat each other right.
They do. And I always treat my friends with the utmost respect and the utmost trust. You have a friend in me. Oh. Anyway, I do have another arrangement, but it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And I start gathering up the cards on the table. Always happy to meet
Of
up
course,
whenever
of
you'd like to.
course.
I frequent this place quite often, so if you ever need to find me, I'll be here.
Yes. Anyway, take care of yourself. Let me know when you're free to do that painting.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, I'll
Pollock goes
pencil you
back
in.
to his place at the bar. And
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over. I mean, like, I have just made friends with one of the most lovely people I've ever met. But obviously there's new projects in line. What have we got any new work lined up at all?
Now, is Cole still? Is he within earshot?
I feel he'd be respectful.
He's at the bar, so he's not within earshot, but he is also a few drinks down, so probably not paying attention to anyone else.
Okay.
He's very merry.
I'm going to kind of slyly nudge, lower my voice and explain the situation that we're looking to go to the Bright Crown Museum next week, and
Maybe it's better to discuss in the back room, maybe.
I actually have a VIP pass to attend that place.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, why don't we move it? Why don't we take it to the fireplace?
The fire. Well, I was just there. Okay, yeah.
By fireplace, you know what I mean.
Oh, yes,
So, wink,
yes,
wink.
certainly.
Fireplace.
I'm just gonna walk by.
Come on
I'm just gonna
now.
walk by Cole, and as I go by, I'm gonna just like gesture to Viv and just give him a little shrug and then walk off.
All right, we have to. Okay. Private talk.
Right. Okay.
We have to lose this painting. That your
what?
new. Wait, who are you even talking to? Was that the Cole Locke?
Oh yes. I was just speaking to Cole. Very nice man. Apparently, he's an artist of some sort. Apparently, his next project, from what the cards tell me at least, will probably be one of his best.
Well, that's quite interesting because the world can never see it.
What do you mean?
That's the next job.
The
We're
next-
gonna go ahead and
We're gonna kill him.
It's going to no, we're going to kill
God.
his work.
Oh, that's somehow worse. I don't know. Oh no.
The world cannot see it. So before it gets hung up next week in the Bright Crown Gallery, the museum, we're gonna go ahead and it's gonna get lost. It's gonna get disposed of.
And do what? For what purpose?
For money, silly. If Adelaide wants us to do
I always
it.
forget money. Yes, money. Of course.
We do
Well,
love our money.
I do enjoy money. Yes. Interesting. Adelaide. This portrait that's going to be painted, is this? It's going to be. We're not going to destroy it, are we?
Well, there are a few ways we could do this.
I mean, we wouldn't make any money if we destroyed it. Surely, it'd need to go to.
It sounds like someone wants it to make sure it never sees the light of day.
The
that
contract
the
is
case?
just to dispose the painting so no one sees it. It doesn't matter if it's stolen or destroyed. Just as long as it's
Okay.
gone.
So, if we were to perhaps keep the painting for ourselves, we could even hang it up
Hanging
here.
up back here.
As-
You
No,
know?
as long as you
It'd
don't
look
pass
nice.
it on to anyone else, then the contract is technically fulfilled.
As long as nobody sees it, I will say nothing about it.
Hmm.
Well, I
And-
think personally, if we hang it up here, it would look quite nice. You know, maybe next to the, or near the vault.
We could not.
I just think, the card said this would be his best work, and this man is a renowned artist. So this painting is going to be.
The man is a
Phenomenal.
blithering idiot.
Are the cards ever wrong?
The cards are rarely wrong,
Hmm.
except sometimes they can be wrong, but rarely.
Oh, okay.
Like 60% of the time, they are always right.
Oh, okay. Well, and you said, Adelaide, we don't know what the painting is of. We just know that it's his work.
Yep, so what you'll need to do
Correct.
is you'll need to survey the gallery before it's hung up, and then on the night it's hung up, go and find out which one it is. It'll be the only
Okay.
one that's different from the day before.
He did also offer to paint me. I don't know if that's if that
Nude?
means it. No, well, that's what I wondered. That's usually the case, isn't it? But no, he I tried to be sort of tactful about that, and I sort of asked him what he'd like me to wear for it. He said I can wear whatever I like, and which means I would prefer to keep my clothes on. So that's a. But apparently he would also, be anonymous. He'd make sure my face could be covered, and he just wants to draw my hair. He likes my hair.
Interesting. Do you think we could use your this in to learn a little bit more, or maybe? I mean,
I'm happy to talk to him. He's a lovely enough man.
Now, you said you got a VIP pass.
Oh yes, he gave me a pass to enter.
I'm going to give you a quick subtle hint. If you can get into his home, maybe you can stop the painting ever leaving.
Even better. I guess we would if we do that. If we go that route of
his home would have less security than the museum would.
I mean, what if we were to convince him that this work was so good that it would be remiss to show it to
that
too many people? Like, this is a private picture that for him would be his hidden masterpiece, the historical value it would have if it were to be hidden forever, so long after he dies it would then be uncovered. The legacy.
I don't think that makes any sense. And
no, the legacy that could be built around this mysterious hidden painting that is actually his greatest achievement.
Adelaide remind you that this painting must never be discovered.
Now, as far as our employees are concerned, it will never be discovered in his lifetime, which would presumably be everyone else's lifetime as well. I imagine the man's in fairly good health. At least probably more so than our employers.
You may need to workshop this plan on that. I think we'll wrap the session here and we'll pick up the next heist next time. So you guys have fun.
We can get some other some input as well. Some of our
Flawless
other
plan.
Yeah, okay. We'll let you plan this heist next time.
Perfect. I think we have many different ways we can go with this, so this will be really interesting.
Oh, of course, yeah. I've mapped out a few things you can definitely do.
I was not expecting to get as wrapped up in my shit scraping bit as I was.
I totally enjoyed that actually.
Went from an offhand joke into a character arc very quickly.
How do you feel about potentially backstabbing a man who very clearly values your friendship?
Hey,
I don't know if it's just friendship, honestly. I was getting some vibes there, you know.
Oh, there was definitely some vibes.
I was too, but I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm just doing what I'm told.
Yeah,
it's in the GM notes, okay?
Cole Locke has fallen in love with a red-headed rapscallion.
I mean, he's a very charming rapscallion.
Yeah.
He's only flowers. Why wouldn't he be taken?
I haven't decided how straight my character is, you know? Maybe I should roll for it, you know?
Oh yeah, let the fates decide.
D100 and how
Right, yeah, on that note, I'll wrap it up. We'll be tuning in again same time next week with a few extra players. Hopefully Shannon will be awake. And if May's feeling better, she'll also be joining. I'll introduce their characters to you when they do. On that note, set your reminders and your alarms.
Awesome.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this.
It was great, yeah.
On that note, goodbye
thanks for
everyone
watching, guys. Go fuck yourselves.